Okay, so let's look what I actually have in the form of Pokemon cards. I literally haven't seen these things in about forever. Um, like I was literally in primary school when I last touched these. Um, I think mostly, maybe I got them once or twice afterwards. Sorry if my voice is kind of shitty. That's because I just woke up because I have a shitty sleeping schedule. Okay, so about half of these, or I guess one third, are shitty energy cards. Um, Only just basic ones. I have one special energy card, which is if you draw this card from your hand, remove one damage counter, so it's basically a potion card. I have a couple of shitty trainer cards, Switch, Gust of Wind, a Super Potion, and Goop Gas Attack. I mean, these things were all over the place and nobody wanted them. All Pokemon powers stop working until the end of your Pokemon's next turn. And these I haven't looked at them yet. Are my actual Pokemon cards? They're all shit. I can actually let me tilt the camera slightly. Can I do that? Well, I just hold them slightly. So okay. These, of course, some of these are Dutch ones, which are like written on them, like the text is in Dutch. Most of them will be English, international. Ekans, Dratini, Taurus, Dodrio, Porygon, another Ekans, this one in English. This is a rocket card. Oh, I remember these things coming out. It was like, oh my god, you now have like special themed Pokemon cards. This is a jungle card, Persian, Ericus Bellsprout. Oh, that was the thing. I completely forgot about these. Yeah, I think these are gym Pokemon cards. I can't remember what this sign means. Rocket Rattata, Jigglypuff. It's also jungle cards. Rocket Dark Loom. Obviously all the dark ones were rocket cards. I can't remember if these predate the second games where you actually had like the dark typing. Or obviously the dark is more like bad. I can't remember if these existed before the dark typing in the second Pokemon game or afterwards. And Golduck, these are I think fossil cards. I don't even remember what these. Well, anyway, fossil cards. A Rocket Psyduck, Bulbasaur. Obviously one of the starters. So they were shit cards, but they still kind of people wanted to have them. A Dark Dragonair. I think this is actually one of my quote-unquote best Pokemon cards. Jungle Venonat, Jungle Nidorina, Dark Mug, a Zubat. Obviously, anyone who played the games hate these things because in the first gen, Mount Moon was absolutely terrible to go through. A Rocket Drowsy, Grimer, Weedle, and absolutely I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it like this. It's this probably has fallen into like rainy drought once or twice. Not by me. Nidoran Female, Dark War Turtle, Dark Eradicate. I have a lot of these themed cards actually. I can't remember having that much. Paris and Parasect, Growlithe, Weeping Bell, also jungle. Ghastly. I kind of hate the design, but I remember playing the first gen Pokemon games. I loved the Ghastly Haunter, and because I didn't really trade with people, I never got like a Gengar, but yeah, I love the Destiny Bond, obviously. Yeah, this must be... Destiny Bond didn't exist until the second gen games, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah, there are like copyright dates on these, but they're like generic. I guess it's at least later than 1999. Can you see it on the camera? Yeah. Anyway, Rocket Meowth. Obviously, the Rocket Meowth. Why would you have any other one? Charmander. I think everyone liked Charmander as a starter, right? It was the starter to choose. Except it was the hardest one to play, but yeah. I always really liked the... Oh, it's actually Charmeleon that has the flamethrower attack. In the card game, you have the flamethrower attack, which basically means you can just put endless amount of fire energies on it, and the attack will skyrocket. You just have to discard all of them. And an Abra. Abra is also one of the cute Pokemon. But yeah, I think... Is there anything that's actually quote-unquote good? Because all of them are like super generic, obviously. I think the Dark Renegade is one of the Dark War Turtle is kind of interesting. Bunch of nonsense. Dark Dragonair, probably one of the better ones. Although I have to admit, probably all of them are like incredibly common, right? There's not one that's kind of special. I think that had to do. I think Porygon was kinda hard to get, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think one of the reasons I have so many commons is that by the end of it, we really looked at actually playing the game, which meant you obviously need a ton of basic cards, and you need like... yeah, it's better to have many shit cards than a couple of good ones, because you never get to play them anyway. Plus you need an entire deck. I think these are like balanced to be a deck. That's why I have such like about a third of them are like, if you look at these two stacks of cards, it's about a third. Yeah, more or less. I think that's why what you want if you want to actually play the card game. But yeah, it's about the deck and they're all shit. But those are more ancient Pokemon cards. Actually, are there dates on them that kind of date them back to... I think all of them have the... This one has a 2000. I think almost all of them have the copyright 95, 96, 98, and then 99 or 99 2000 on them. 99. Yeah. I think they're all the same. I don't think there are any... I used to have one first edition card. Oh yeah, I have one first edition card. This is actually the Dutch one, which probably makes it even worse. I also remember really looking at the guys who actually made the art. And yeah, that guy is way better than that other guy. Whatever. Kid stuff, right? Yeah. They're all kind of the same. That makes sense because in 2000 I went to like secondary school or high school, as you call it in the US, and that's kind of why I stopped caring about the cards. Which makes it makes sense that all the cards are around that time. That's kind of why when I did like the big amount of trades to get all the basic cards to play the game, and then kind of stopped caring about them. Anyway, these were my Pokemon cards, completely random. I'll actually put this on the channel. I actually wanted to record this privately first, but I might as well put it on the channel. Not that anyone actually looks at that anyway. But yeah, that's that. Maybe I put some other random video. I actually have, talking about the channel, I actually have 2 videos I want to put on here, which are also completely random. One is about me driving to work. I actually put a camera in my car. I kind of recorded the entire trip, kind of through the windshield. I kind of want to put that into like a video, talking about the route, talking about what the scenery, how Dutch highways and the road network works, that kind of stuff. Just kind of random stuff, but I thought that was interesting. But that has been in editing hell since autumn, so I don't know if it will actually get to the channel. And a couple of weeks ago, I actually recorded. I was playing what's it called, Antichamber, and I was doing some random speed runs of Antichamber without looking at any strategy guides or whatever. Just from the top of my head, seeing like 95% of this game is optional. Let's see how quickly I can solve it and whether I can find my own strategy in solving it. I recorded that. I recorded, I think, 2 runs, but the final one was kind of interesting. So I might add some commentary and add that to the channel. But who knows? Time is the main point at this time. Time is the biggest issue at this point, and you might never see any of them. But those were my Pokemon cards. I hope you enjoyed. To the 1 or 2 persons that actually see this. And yeah, maybe see you next time.